Hello, 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 and welcome to night 27. How are you today? Wow. Finally made it to night 27. And today I want to give you a good update. So how was your day? I'll move all this here. It's a bit darker. Yes, but it's night garden, so it is okay. Welcome to night 27. Night 27, night 27. Wow, I had a nice day. Today is a rest day, a worship day. And just to start off the new week, so I want to show you what is going on. There are some plants that I've not been bringing to the table. So today I managed to bring them. Wow. So I had a restful day today. Got to work on some things that I've not been able to work on throughout the whole week. So this week is just taking stock of, today is taking stock of what we need to work on as we start a new week tomorrow. And also to show you the plants that have been outside. And then there's another, this flower. I gave out the one I had planted, so I need to start another one. It was looking so nice, so someone decided they need it like immediately. So I don't have it anymore, so I will start another one. Okay, so far we've transplanted, if I just look through our records, what have we not seen, is the cauliflower. The cauliflower, we have not seen the cauliflower. We've also not seen the capsicum. We are still waiting for capsicum and cauliflower. At least we saw the carrot, and you can see here, this is carrot. This is where the carrot is. I started a few right here, so that is where they are. But the cauliflower, I haven't seen anything. For the capsicum, nothing yet. But you know that pepper plants take quite some time. They take quite some time before they come up. Even the peppers that I planted in my garden, the ones that are fruiting, oh my, I have beautiful green peppers outside. And I have been promising, at least I've met some of the promises. I promised to share some photos of what is flowering in the garden. And now I have to work on getting some good lighting outside, so that at least you can get to see. There are so many other containers right there. And then the ground, I have like a very big portion out there that is covered by the baby sunrose. The baby sunrose has been able to survive through the drought, because we've tried growing grass. It has disappointed us over and over again because of the water stress. If we don't have like good continuous water supply to ensure that the grass at least becomes established before you can give it, you can be inconsistent, you will lose it. So it burnt when the sun came out, when it was came out so strongly. During that, there was a season that it was so hot when I was sharing the gardening in drought videos, and just before that we had planted the grass. So when the sun was so hot during that period, all the grass got burnt, and now we have no grass. But now we started the baby sunrose that has covered a very large area there. It was just in one container, but it has spread so well, and it has maintained the garden green. So I'm hoping that is why I wanted another corner right there to make sure I have some more succulents. So I'm working on more containers, and I told you I had pictured this to hold some succulents. I was thinking of it having some the spring onions, but then the spring onions, where are they? The spring onions are there, that other end. These are the red bulb onions, according to how I had labeled the containers, because I labeled them 1 to 6. According to you remember how, let me just show you. You remember how we had labeled the containers right here? The container 1, container 2, container 3, container 4, container 5, container like that, and the table. Everything in a previous episode. So the one with the papaya seeds, by the way, look at the papaya seeds. Huh? Look at that. I hope it is bright. It looks sort of dark today. Why does it look a little bit dark? And it is the same lighting I've been using, and it has been it has been bright. Yes, this is the papaya, and the papaya I planted them with the red bulb onions. And also for the papaya seeds, you also waited for quite some time before they shot up, but finally we got some good enough. If you can, I can take care of all of them and just distribute them, because for the papaya we know that we have the male and the female. Then if I can, I'm thinking, because our rains are not reliable right now, we are having heavy rains, then it comes at a time that we don't have rains at all. It keeps on shifting. Then sometimes when you expect that the weather will be so cold, it is not that cold. Then when you expect the weather to be enjoying some just nice warm weather, it is so cold. So there's that dance of the weather is just, it has changed over the years. So if I can have more fruit trees in the garden, I know they would survive. They would survive the shifting seasons of too much heat and too much, because the banana tree has survived. But for the banana, there's a banana tree, I shared a video for the other garden that has fruits, and we've enjoyed fruits from that banana tree. So it won't even be the first harvest, and there are more banana trees that are growing. But then for the banana tree, I have like another portion here with the banana trees, and there's also another one growing there. Like I've noted like 3 of them at the moment. The one that I came here that I showed you in my night garden, I planted, by the way, it's already shooting up because of the rains, so it was good timing to start it then. So I'm going to be having, oh yeah, the banana trees, I'm going to be having the pomegranate. The pomegranate, oh my, the tree is so beautiful right now. The leaves now have like a hint of some red, some nice red maroon, as the new leaves are just growing, and soon it has started going into flowering. So I know soon I will have tiny fruits, so I'm going to share a video on that. Then which other fruit tree? The orange tree. flowering, and the passion is also flowering. That one I told you yesterday. I brought the, and by the way, I've not I've not cut that passion fruit. I said I will bring it. I don't know if I will bring it today, so that we cut it together and we get to see, because it was the big one. It was a very, very big fruit, but then I found it in the morning on the ground, but it was not, it had not completely changed color to yellow like the other fruits that I got, because for that tree is it is the yellow passion, and now it needs to like change color like really well to the yellow that I've shown you before, and now you know it is good. So I've kept it somewhere. If not today during the live, I will bring it tomorrow. We just get to see. I cut it, we get to see the big fruit, how it looks. I remember the other one that I cut, the very first fruit, has a thick rind. It has a very thick rind. So I'm hoping this other one will be different. And it had a thick rind, and it was, the size was not that big. It was just a medium size, but the one I got was like a big size. And there are like 2 more I've noted. And the thing is that the fruits, once they ripen, they fall. It's not like you're going to like pick them from the tree. They will just ripen and fall. So it's a matter of just timing them when they fall from the tree. Then the other fruit, which other tree? I've talked of the bananas, the oranges. I'm going to add pawpaw. I have an avocado seedling. Avocado seedling, I'll have to bring it because it is in a container that the same container where the avocado seedling has grown is where I have some lemongrass, and same place I have a tomato plant, and the tomato plant is already fruiting. There's like small tomatoes on it. So I was thinking if I separate it, the tomato that is fruiting, I will disturb it. So I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow I should bring it here so that I get to show you what I'm talking about. It has so many different, it has a tamarind, the tamarind seed sprouted and it has grown to a plant. And also the avocado seed, we didn't start it in water, we just put it in the container, it has grown, so there's an avocado seedling. And also for the it's called what? There is a tree that has grown in the same container. So in one container there are so many so many plants that I need now to separate. Hello, how are you? How are you today? Welcome. Thanks for checking in. This is night 27. So we've gotten to night 27 from night 1. Wow, quite a journey. Yes, lots of green. Look at that. Like quite a difference from where I started. We started when the table was mostly brown, but now we have lots of green. Today the story is different, and we are looking forward. At least now, once we are done with the first 30 days, now we wait for the next 30 days now for the plants that we can harvest like very early. So I got to do even the radish. So you say you moved your starts into the grow pots. Wow, I noticed you have a lot of starts, but your project is so beautiful. You say back-breaking work. Oh my God, it is gardening. Gardening is like that. You know, I've just been picturing I've just been picturing how I'll be moving all the containers in and out, because they can't all fit in this space. So I'll have to find a way, because even carrying them, I'm thinking of making holes on the sides of my DIY container, so that I have something that I can at least use it to pull, like a strong wire or a metal. Oh, in fact, that is what I'll use. Like, I'll make a hole and so that it's easy to drag them. I saw the plants in your, oh my God, your project is so beautiful. And you have lots of stats. And they're looking nice and strong. I was just admiring the work you're doing. Looking really, really nice. Wow, we'll get there someday. I'm a bit far off. You say you didn't label anything but the melons. Yes, you're a lazy gardener. Okay, for labeling, as long as you have mastered, you are like sure that whichever plant is coming up, because if you get used to them, apart from the ones that like look alike, if you start the cucumber, the zucchini in one container, the watermelon, the butternut, and the pumpkin, you can get confused. You say that you're happy anything grows here. Yeah. So remember, we were laughing about you love the crops that they don't mind about the soil you have, and they can survive the different the different temperatures. Which is nice. Which is good. But here we are also working with because in our country, where we have like the rich soils is like the central and eastern parts. But my suburban garden is in an arid. This area is classified as under the arid and semi-arid areas. So it's mostly the original people who were here. They keep cattle. They are cattle grazers, and they move from one place to another. They are not really farmers. But now so many people have migrated to this suburban area, and we've planted so many trees. So at least we've managed to change the climate here. You threw out pumpkins and butternut squash. And then they came up, and now you have so many plants. So that is, you just have to find a way to, but now once they come up, you go and select the ones you want to be in your property, and the rest maybe you just like create spacing and distribute them all around. You say you're learning some things that will grow on their own here. The volunteer plants are just awesome. You should also try throwing the tomatoes. Tomatoes can also be a good volunteer plants. For me, my pepper plants, I have a lot of volunteer pepper plants in the garden. I will share photos and a video on that. And tomatoes, I also get a lot of volunteer tomato plants, because now once you wash your vegetables or you cut them and you pour the water in the garden, so the seeds just survive there, and now when the conditions are good, they come up. But this time round, the ones that I've noted this time round are, by there I have eggplants, volunteer plants, I have the peppers, volunteer plants, tomatoes, I have even watermelon, because I harvested watermelon at that point where I had put the table, where we were enjoying the watermelon. There are some seeds that fell there, so I have a couple of volunteer plants. These ones are also looking quite good, so I'm thinking by the end of the week, they should find their space. They should now find their space. so that they can continue growing. At least my sunflowers, wow, my sunflowers have come up by the you know, finally I decided I'm not having any sunflowers in containers. They are all outside and they've come up. I think I forgot to like take a photo, to share a photo when I was sharing like a snap of what is coming up in the garden. There are so many things that were left out. So the sunflowers are coming up, different blocks. This front block, the second block, and the third block. I have sunflowers. I also got some. I also planted some Swiss chard. I got some seedlings for Swiss chard. And what else? You say your sunflowers are 4 to 5 inches. Okay. Those plants are amazing, but they will bring the birds. And I admired your bird feeder. You know, I had said that I need to like create something in my garden. For me, I'm just going to recycle. I recycle a lot of things in my garden because I'm thinking of a bird feeder. You said you planted fava beans. Fava beans. I don't know if I've come across fava beans. That name is not familiar here. Okay, I will see it. I will see how it performs. I will just keep on following your project. It's so interesting how you're working on everything. So I am thinking of getting a bird feeder, like bird feeders at different points. The side with the pomegranate tree, the side with there's a very big euphorbia tree that is right there. Where you see these containers are under a big tree. You say the green beans and Armenian cucumbers. Okay. So you are planting, you have a wide variety of crops, which is also nice, because when you do mixed cropping, there's a lot of control of the pests instead of just having like one. That is, I'm thinking that project keeps you busy the whole day. It keeps you busy, and in the morning you wake up so fast thinking about what do I need to do next. What do I need to do next? And for me, I appear in the garden at night after working on some other things. At least over the weekend, I got to work on my groundnuts. Oh, I have not given an update. I found that my groundnuts have pegs. And some pegs were like getting out of the container. There's one, it's a big container, but the groundnuts decided to grow and lean on one side. So the pegs were hanging out. I will share the video. I had such quite a tough time in the garden, just trying to ensure that the groundnuts are well covered so that I can get a good harvest from my groundnut containers. Finally, I get to harvest the first harvest. And by the way, all the groundnut containers I have, I replanted the harvest I got from one container. So I replanted those seeds, and now it's about time. So I'm giving myself some few, maybe like a month or so. A month, or yeah. Let's see how it goes. But then, because of the heavy rain, some of my plants, so many of them, even the chili, they are showing signs of overwatering. Too much water in the ground. I mean, it has rained and rained and rained. Even today it rained. Earlier it rained, and I took my stats outside. That is why you see they are looking wet. So it rained and rained and rained. Apart from this my DIY trough that I started, and it's quite heavy. So I will just study how it behaves, but I need to drag it out. I don't know how the weather will be this week, but even now it looks like it wants to rain. It was raining just like 3 hours ago. It was raining, and there are some parts of the country that are flooded. The city is like flooded, because our drainage system is not good. So the people who live in low areas are having quite some time. The roads are flooded, everywhere is flooded. Where I am, I'm like outside in a suburban area, so at least it's a lifted. We are higher. We live on higher ground, so at least we've not experienced that bad effect of the water. Because it rains, it is like mad rain, and the winds are so strong. So it is blowing everything and carrying things and whatever it can find on the road. And sadly, some people have lost their lives, but I pray that the others keep safe during this season. So today, I want to give you a close update of everything. What else have I not mentioned? I've talked about the passion. I've talked about the groundnuts. And my other hardy plants. By the way, my snake plants, the plants that survive during our hot seasons, that is the snake plants. We have the aloe vera. They are looking so good right now. I mean, so many of them are popping. I'm thinking, because there are so many that are starting. They're just outside here on the edges of the garden. The way I placed them, I positioned them at least, so that if I get lots of plants growing on the edge, as it rains, the soil tends, the rainwater carries the soil. There's a lot of runoff. So I'm hoping I can plant a lot that can at least protect that edge. So I need to get some more snake plants in a container at least. Because for the snake plants, I know I can also take them indoors. And which one else? The aloe vera. Yes. The aloe vera is looking so beautiful because now it got like sufficient water to survive, to keep on growing. It has really fattened. I don't think, I think, did I show the aloe vera? Yes, I think I showed one. I showed only one. Then I have also a hibiscus tree. It is also, I showed the white hibiscus. There's another pink hibiscus that I did not show. There are many things that I left out. Apart from these coleus, here there is also another variety. It was also left out, but I will show it. I will show it soon. And which other update did I want to give that I've forgotten? You know, you say I want to come and give some updates. Okay, and the sugarcane. The sugarcane is outside, and the rest of the others that we started are down here. They are under the table here, just on the side. So at least I will lift them up. We check the progress and compare the ones we started. We are using the garden soil versus the ones we started with the sand. Although the ones we started in the tray with the sand, at least the shoots were looking bigger. So this week, I'm hoping I can transplant. We are done with the okra, and by the way, I still have one okra here. Okay, I'm hoping tomorrow I can get time and look at our tomatoes. Now I'm thinking I need to bring you closer. I'm just looking for the stick that I can use to give you like better images. So seems like I will have to start some more spring onions. Okay, found it. Let me set you like this so that at least I can. Yes, now. Okay, so we start here. So this is our DIY planter. It is an old feeding trap for the chicken house. I have not given a video of the chicken house because we were like constructing a bigger one with more space for more chicken, and I've not shared a chicken video for so long. The one I shared has so many, over 1,000. I don't know it has reached how many views when I was making the sprout. So this one is old, and so we don't use it anymore because for hygiene purposes, at least you need to use something nice for your chicken. So instead of discarding it and using it as firewood, I decided let me transform it to a planter. So yesterday we did our radish, planted our radish right there. I don't know if I recorded. That is the radish cherry red. Radish cherry red is right here. So it's day 26. So these others, the white variety, by the way, when they were coming up, they were looking they were looking funny, but once they grow, look at that. Apart from the stranger that has just poked holes on them, and I said, okay, so this week we have to work like on a spray, just a DIY spray. So I'm just recording the block pointers, a DIY spray, because like something to prevent, to protect them. When they were tiny, they were looking like weak, but now they look so strong and nice. I even started others. Where are they? I started some more cherry red. But you see, even the cherry red, the ones I transplanted, look at the leaves, and these ones I transplanted them yesterday. So I'm hoping they will find now. You're giving them like 2 days to get used to their new home. Then I need to drag this trap that I'm reusing. My DIY is quite heavy, but I will just carry it and drag it outside. So if then I can bring it like the others, the way I bring the strawberry sometimes and the sugarcane, because they need some good sun. But I'm picturing here if I can have some onions. And I was thinking of the spring onions, but now look at the spring onions. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they are so slow. I really don't know what happened. But here we have these are our cabbage, by the way. For cabbage, I'm hoping I can have a good number of containers. A good number of containers for the cabbage, because for the okra we have 2 containers. So I'm hoping a good number of containers for the cabbage. And then next, what do we have here? We have this is radish. The ones that are left over for this cherry red, there is enough space. It's just that today I did not go to the main garden. Today for me is a rest day. So these are eggplants, and these plants are hardy. Once they are established and they start growing and they get the compost that they need, they are hardy plants. That is what I know. So, and then that is we had eggplants, we had okra, we had what else? The what has not come back? The cauliflower and the, I don't know what's up. So it means like tomorrow I should give priority to planting the other seeds that have not come up, because at least for the carrots I've seen a sign. Now the eggplants finally, but I will have to give them time. I prefer, and the good thing is that these containers are deep, so the roots are not constricted here like if I would use the planting tray. So this one I will just give it some time before they come. And then look at this. Remember how they were looking, but now we gave them some good time, and these are our tomatoes. Like how many plants? More than 10. More than 10, and they're looking quite strong. Look at that. They are quite strong. So these ones are ready for transplanting. And so in my head right now, I'm thinking I have a tomato corner. The tomato corner is there. Somewhere there, it cannot be seen. Somewhere there. So I will plant, if I can have like 3, because now for those 3 I have to find a way to support them. So the issue is support, and that is why for the cucumber I decided to have 1 container, and then work on there's another DIY we have to work on just during the night garden. So the tomatoes are looking really nice and strong, and I took them outside, so they got the sun, all the plants, all of them. What I did not take outside is this one. It was just spent only 1 day, so for tomorrow I will take it outside. But then the others have been outside enjoying the sun, so I've just been hardening them to like get used to the conditions in the field. The hot sun, sometimes it is so hot, then it rains. So they have to get used to that, so that once you transfer them outside, they can survive. Now, these are our beets. And now, you can see that they look like beets. They look like beetroot leaves. Not what you were seeing earlier. Let me try and get closer. Those are beetroots. Beetroot starts. So they were so small like this, but now you see there are some that, these ones are good enough. Good enough to go to containers. I have some smaller containers that I want to try out. They're not even this like this one. They are smaller containers that I will bring. I will show you. So I have to work on that this week. But these ones are good to go. The other that are so tiny, I can leave them. They were so tiny. But these ones now look like beets. Now for the carrots, you only have this. At least it has shown us a sign that there's something happening down there. So you see, something happening down there, which is good. Okay. Excuse me. This container had tomatoes, beetroots, and carrots. Then The next container is where we have the white radish. This is what I remember we replanted. I planted some other seeds, but these ones are good to go. Although these young leaves, that's why I said I have to tomorrow. I think the first agenda tomorrow, as I've reported here for the blog, is to like make a spray. I'm thinking of using, for the chili I usually use the red chili, but now I still have, they're still green. I have some few red, then I need to get, now I've remembered about the garlic. So I have a spray with the chili and with the garlic, but I can also use some baking soda. So these ones are good to go. They're just like this other radish that I transplanted. You know, when they are so small, they look funny, but once you transplant them, now you see the real leaves. So this one needs some good sun to get good color. If they don't get the good sun, that good color is not going to come. So we'll take them outside. That is why also the tomatoes have acquired, like, they're really good and strong. Look at that. The beets were also looking funny when they were small, but now there is great transformation. So here we are still waiting for the capsicum and cauliflower. They have not come up. So we move on to, now we have, no, here. This is the container with the papaya. And you see that seed that has really struggled to open up. This one. Let me try and focus. You see that seed there, that one. So I'm just amazed that my zero-cost papaya seeds have performed so well. And then these are onions. These are the red onions. They have performed so well compared to what we have for these other green onions, the spring onions. So for the spring onions, again, this week, for the night garden, we have to work on some more to get some more going. Also, but there I forgot to give you the update on the lavender. There is nothing on the lavender yet, although we were told you have to give it time. But I need to work on a different method because you can't wait for the 90 days for us to see any sign. So these are the red onions. For the onions, I'm thinking this portion, this side of my DIY, I'm reusing this trough. It would work so nice. So I'm thinking it would look so nice if it is full of nice green onions. And by then I do have leeks. I have some leek seeds, but I never started the leeks. So I don't know, as we continue with the night garden, I will plant some leeks because I'm yet to also start some, even the garlic, because the spacing, how it is more than it's more than 10 centimeters thereabout. Excuse me. So it's it's good space. Then I have this is watermelon. Look at that. So the others are also getting the true leaves. That's why I say this week I have to start organizing myself, because I'll start thinking of how I'm going to grow it in a container. But then remember, the watermelon, the fruit gets heavy, so it's not something that you will support. If you need to support it, it's not, I don't know, I need to get away. Just the way I'm thinking of how I told you I have an idea of how I'm going to, this is cucumber, because the support will go in here, but then it will go up and it will be like crossing, so that I can support the cucumber like this, because the leaves should not be too close together. So it will be interesting. I am still thinking of looking around the garden, because I use a lot of DIY, just looking around the garden to see what I can use to create the support for the cucumbers. Just a minute. Okay, so we need to work on the support for the cucumbers. Okay, this is okra. For the okra, let me try and move so that I get an angle where you can see it well. There is another get to see that. You see this new, so doing good after transplanting. By then we transplanted our okra on how many days? Let's just see. So that's the good thing with having our records. That is day what? Let's just check here. For the okra is right here. Day 21. So day 27, at least now the other leaf is now growing up. So we are expecting good. Then I only brought one container. I was telling you that now taking the containers in and out is a task. So I am thinking of a way of like creating a hole here so that I can use something to drag them, because they are getting heavier by the day. Once the plant will be bigger, hey, what's happening? The dogs are suddenly so noisy. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, let me just the other plant that I need to give an update is the strawberry. Look at the strawberry. And you remember where we started. So this is like fresh growth that has pushed up, and there's more. Just try turning it like this. So there's more fresh growth. Wow. What is happening also? The dogs are so noisy. Okay, let me just finish with giving you the updates. So that is our strawberry. So it has been outside getting some good rain and the sun, which has done it like a lot of good. This is all fresh growth, and there's more coming from there. So what else have I not shown you? The sugarcane. Let me show you the sugarcane. Okay. Got them from, I told you they were just under there. So I have two, one with the garden soil and one with sand. So these are the growth buds. Let me just open it all through. Growth buds. So for this set, I planted them with just one growth bud for this whole set. So this is the one with the sand. Then let me show you the other one. Look at this. This is the one with the garden soil. So you see this? For this one, there are some with two. Here, this one is coming up. This one, this one, this one, this one also. Oh, I hadn't noticed this one. Even this one, even this one. So just keep the surface moist, ensuring that it is all the sides, the ends of the sugar cane are covered, and then I just keep it moist like that. So see here, and then this one here, this one here, here. This one I think it has now, because this one they have two growth buds, so one is on this side and another one is on this side. So I'm expecting it to shoot up like this compared to this other one. That is why I said I used like two methods. All of them here are facing up. All these are facing up. Can you see this one? So I just keep it moist so that at least they can shoot up faster. Then they're just like a few of them. I will plant them in a container because I had already made another container. The other container, I think the other container is still there. It's down there. The other container is down there for the sugar cane. So just one more container. And the other one with the sugar cane that has sprouted is outside. I didn't drag it in today, so I will drag it in tomorrow. So that is the update for night 27. So this one I keep it covered like that. I just keep the soil moist, both the sand and the garden soil, and I keep it covered. So that is night 27 for you. So catch me live again for night 28 for an update. We have quite a number of things to work on. Then I'm going to see how to deal with it, or I deal with this side, because I have there are many competing crops that want to come here. So I have to think of that and work on that too. So thanks for coming to my night garden, keeping me company. So I will see you tomorrow for night 28. And that is bye.